So they've removed part of the kitchen cabinets so that we can make sure we have these walls properly insulated and that we don't have issues inside the wall structurally and mold. As you can see up here, they will have to treat this before we re-insulate. We're gonna do some foam insulation. The boys have added the beam here, which comes across to support the ceiling above it, which was sagging. They've actually jacked up the floor so that we can try to level out the upstairs. They're going to put a sheetrock wall here, just so we can try to make this look like we weren't trying to hide anything, but we had to jack this up. So we've got the staircase over here that's been done. There's so many little things that they've done that you can't see. Like, they've actually moved concrete pads down underneath the crawl space because there were things here, some of these beams that weren't even actually sitting on them. All of these newer pieces of 2x6 and 2x4s in the wall. This is all stuff that they've added to structurally support the house so it doesn't over time sag any more than it was. That's going to be a little bit of a little landing up there in the loft. So they framed in what'll be a coat closet and the walk-in pantry. When they did this coat closet, or this closet up here, they reinforced this wall, so if I ever want to hang a mount or something on that wall, it's strong enough. And so extra support in the wall. And there's so many things I'm going to miss because I've just done so many things. So a whole bunch of supports have been added into these walls because, of course, many of these things were not properly supported. We'd have one 2x6 trying to support big beams and stuff up above. Some of these with just a few screws holding them up. Some of them maybe one bolt. So a lot of the roof was not properly secured and structurally sound. You can see without this glare, you can kind of tell with the difference in the color. A lot of these extra 2x6s that have been added, because we'd have maybe a beam that come down to one, maybe two 2x6s that it was sitting on, not nearly enough. They're gonna shore up this wall from the outside because this wall, if you pound on it, actually moves. We've got more over here where they've added more 2x6s into this wall over here. Up in the loft area, they actually raised the main beam up there. It went up by 2 inches. We'll see how many tiles crack from the jacking the house up, but it had sagged. It was no longer level upstairs. You could visually see it. We had boards that were pulling apart from each other. So, and then let's go take a look outside. Oh, and they've also added up here in the ceiling, there's 2 beams up here they added because the beams weren't up there, and so now it's symmetrical. It's hard to see in the video, but the ceiling would have had these big beams over here, and then it would have had nothing over on the other side. They cut those floor joists back there because, of course, this is how they overhang. They'll cut these back as well, so we don't have this weird overhang here that just is cosmetically horrible. Oh, they've reinforced up in the attic up there. We're going to have a little cubbyhole storage above my Christmas storage room. And this out here is absolutely amazing. This is going to be the little porch area off of the master. We're going to leave it open. He's insulated the wall and the ceiling. So if I ever do want to enclose it or do anything, it's going to hold warmth. Or if you want a little heater out here in the winter, helps keep it cooler in the summer. Added the beam over here, so we have some more support. We'll put another one over here. this is just going to be beautiful. So and then we come into the master. And of course I had to tear my ceiling out, which was gut-wrenching. All the things you hear that they have to tear apart and fix. Just nothing like burning money. It's horribly sad. But they added support up in this ceiling to carry the load above because there wasn't enough support. And this ceiling in here was already sagging as well. So they've added support. They've come across, added support there because of course we didn't have enough in the wall. So that's kind of where we are. They've done some wonderful things. They've had some great ideas, and they're going through this house piece by piece by piece as they're fixing it. A lot of demolition before we can get it to where we can finish some things, but they're going room by room and piece by piece, and I think they're doing a fabulous job.